We return to our journey with Jubilee, a Siberian Husky mix looking to find a new home. Over the past couple weeks, he's been working on his foundational manners and environmental desensitization, which we will continue here, along with some other goals like proper socialization. So here I've got Jubilee up near daycare. We've got a nice fun little party going on here. I just want him to be able to sniff the dogs, engage with the dogs through the barrier to start, just to get him nice and used to them. That way they can't run up to his face, be rude and pushy, which could absolutely start a fight. Good boy. When doing socialization, we have a tendency to do a 3-second rule. Think about shaking somebody's hand. You don't want to shake somebody's hand or give them a hug for longer than that 3-second marker. Otherwise, it tends to get awkward. Jubilee, out. Come on. Thank you. So if he lingers too long, I am going to utilize our out command. Out means to go away and disengage. He doesn't have to go away forever. However, he does need to disappear in that moment. You'll notice he does have a very, very strong chase drive. The second the dogs start to run, he wants to target and chase. Jubilee, out. Good boy. I'll let him walk up to this dog, sniff her, out. There he started to posture over her back. I don't love that. Incorporating that out command at that point, teaching him when behaviors are appropriate and when they're not. All right, so I've had the pleasure of working with Jubilee here. Over this last week, we've spent a lot of time really honing in on our foundation. We've been making sure that we are building an attention span, building the want and desire to check in with the handler, stay with the handler. Over this last week, we have noticed and accounted a few challenges that I do look forward to working him through. We have noticed a little bit of resource guarding. We've also have to work through some dog selectivity. He has a tendency to give what is put out. So if a dog is more of the rambunctious side, he does have a tendency to get a little bit defensive there. However, our foundation is going beautifully. His heel is coming along. His ability to place is there. And as you can see, he is just the best cuddle buddy in the world. So I look very forward to continuing working with him, continue building a relationship, and hopefully finding him his forever home. So we've got Jubilee here. We are setting it up as if it is a real life environment, letting him get his yayas out, run around, trying to stage home life as much as possible. Being a shelter dog, for as long as he does thrive on conflict. So you'll notice he walks up to other dogs in the kennel and starts strutting his stuff, trying to square up, but then he also chooses to go right back into his own kennel as well. He knows where his water is, he knows how to navigate, how to find things, which is exactly what I want out of a dog. I want him to be self-sufficient and be able to forage. So with him, you'll notice Jubilee is circling a lot. Circling can be standard in anxiety. It can be standard in uncertainty. He does check in with the people, which I do love. However, what I don't love is that looking for the escape routes. He's constantly checking in with the doors. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Juby, Juby, Juby. Hi. Good boy. What I want from him is to have enough trust in his handler, in the person working with him, to want to check in, to trust that they're going to navigate. So here's exactly what I mean by looking for conflict. He walks up to him and is like, hey, want to square up? Well, unfortunately, she does. Jubilee, out. Thank you. So there is a perfect out command. So with him, he walks up, again, looking for that conflict, wanting to be able to help him navigate it. I'm going to help direct him to go away. He lacks the capability of self-regulating at this point in time, so now I'm there for guidance. When it becomes too much or we think it's going to escalate, that's my cue. That was all verbal. He does respond, go away. I am okay with him checking back in with me. I want that looking to me. I want that direction. I want to provide everything that I can for him to the best of my ability. We are teaching him muzzle. So there are many reasons to introduce a muzzle to a dog. With Jubilee in particular, we know that he has chase drive. So we want to be able to have him safely exist with potentially other animals, especially when we are still learning how he is doing with them. For example, cats, chickens, farm animals, anything like that, where this will prevent him from being able to harm the other animal, and it will prevent any unnecessary risk. The other benefit for muzzle is if a dog does get any sort of injury, is uncomfortable, then they are very used to having a muzzle on their face, and it isn't a negative experience, and it is just something that's part of their everyday life. With him potentially going to hopefully going to a new home, we want to make sure that we bomb-proof and set him up for every scenario we possibly can and make any transition as safe as possible. So the last couple of weeks, we've really been focusing on the behaviors with Jubilee. We've seen some resource guarding, we've seen a little bit of dog reactivity, we've been heavily working that muzzle. While we have had some obstacles, we've been doing wonderful working through them. Muzzle's coming along beautifully. He is offering that face into the muzzle. When he's now able to actually walk with the muzzle, he sees it, instantly shoves his face in and thinks it's the greatest thing in the world, which will definitely help if he is in a situation where it is necessary. While we've struggled a little bit with the dog socialization, we did have a little bit of a step back the other day. He did successfully get to snap at another dog, overstimulated younger puppy in his face, so we will definitely be working through that over the next week. We've also he's now to the point obedience-wise, he's pretty much working beautifully off the leash. He's not looking for the escape routes anymore. He's genuinely just a lovable, silly boy, having a great time, successful in the crate. He's been much quieter in the crate, not barking nearly as much. He will see some dogs. The barrier reactivity has substantially gone down as well, overall making him a happier, healthier, mentally sound boy. Loving the progress we're seeing, and I'm super excited to continue working with him for another week. I look forward to talking to Brittany when she gets here today to really go over all of these behaviors, make sure we're on the same page, and hopefully find him the most successful home possible.